Today we will unpack the Rooter Universal box, and we will mention every part that is in the box, including the steps to use it. So as we open the box, we have a user manual. It has everything with pictures. Basically everything you need will be right here. The package looks like this. This plastic cover is for coverage. This is how we assemble our endomotor. Very simple and easy. Let's see what else we have in the box before we go to how to use step by step on how to use the endomotor. This is the charging pad. Let's see what else we have. We have a lot of spare parts in the box in case the doctor needs it. This is the charging wire. So basically all you do is plug this to the charger and it charges. The color at the end of it changes, so that means it's charging until it becomes fixed. When the color is fixed, that means it's fully charged. We are now unboxing everything that's in there, so we mention all of it. Okay. So we have these plastic covers, this wire, these LED, and as you can see, these other black wires with extra hoops, and these two other parts. So first, on how to install the lead, basically for here, I installed the lead light. It has its own place, so you basically just do that. So let's turn on the endomotor. By clicking this purple button, our endomotor is done. So right now I'm gonna show you all the settings that the endomotor has. So I'm gonna push the P button. I get two options, FKG Preset and User. FKG Preset is for those dentists that use FKG files itself, for example, Race Evo, XP Shaper, and so on. But if you're a doctor who doesn't use FKG, or you use other systems besides FKG, you can use the User. I'll explain the differences between them. You go to the FKG Preset and you press S. We have Race Evo. So in the Race Evo, what's the difference? The speed and the torque is set. 1000 RPM and the torque is 1.5. So this is set. So whenever you use Race Evo files, that's it. You basically just click that and this is the speed it needs for Race Evo to work. If we set that in case we don't use FKG, we go for User. User, you have 4 options. So for these 4 options, you can choose different speeds and torques based on the other systems you use. On every basically side, if you press P again, you get reciprocation option. As you can see, this can be changed as well. For example, the default is +30 - 150. You can hear it, I guess, that it does reciprocation. We don't need the reciprocation, so we go back to the rotary file. Let's say I want to change this because I'm not using FKG, I'm using another system. You press the S and you use the A to change it. For example, I will use torque 3 with this is kind of a basic mode, I guess. This is the speed we need for the other system that we use. We set it and that's it. You can hear it that it's way slower now. And this gets saved basically. So every time I come back, let's say I'm gonna turn it off by pressing the purple button. I turn it on. We are still in the User, and the speed and the torque previously chosen is still there. So this is basically for the endomotor. It's very, very simple. It helps if you're using already Race Evo files. It's very, very simple. FKG's Universal Rooter Universal is not just endomotor. It's endomotor and ApexLocator. It can be used together and it can be used separately. For the first option, I'm gonna just show you guys how to use it as ApexLocator alone. We have one of the wires in the box is this one. One side is this and the other side is these two. This is used when you use it as ApexLocator alone. The moment I put this, it automatically changed to ApexLocator, and these two like any other ApexLocator you've used before, or if it's your first time, it's very simple. One side is for the hoop. This is for the patient's lip. The other side we use this. So how this is for the patient's side of the mouth, and this is for the K file, for example, whatever, or the rotary file, Apex, depending on what you're using, but definitely for K file to know if it's over or not. This is as ApexLocator. By the way, after this, we're going to attach a video of a dentist using it in their own clinic, both as ApexLocator alone, and then after as ApexLocator and endomotor at the same time.
يعني we are over. Maybe 0.7.4 to the apex. Now we slowly go down.
0.4, and you have 0.4 millimeters left to the apex. I'm 0.2.
0.2.
If you want to use it as endomotor and ApexLocator, we have this other wire. It's basically like the previous one, but the difference is we only have one side here. Again, we plug this here. It's straight up changed. We now have both ApexLocator option and the RPM and the speed we need. And on this side, we apply the hoop on the patient's side, of the mouth. And as you're working, it reads for you.
Speed, torque, rotation, working down. Mediana.
So about these other parts that are here, these are all this is extra part in case anything happens, but they come with a guarantee. So if you had any issue, you can just contact the dealer. For example, you're using it as endomotor alone and you want this to be covered, so you just add this. Okay, what are these for? So when you use it as endomotor and ApexLocator, these are definitely recommended to use because we have a soft tissue, and this is metal and we have soft tissue. So this is very simple to install. You just add it and it basically covers the metal part of it. It also has two lid options in case one of them stops working, and these are all extra part in case anything happens, but hopefully it won't. Basically that's it. If you had any other question, you can contact us and we would love to answer. Yeah, thank you.